Is it? Okay, we're recording. Hi, this is Debbie, Sicilian girl. I'm going to be making lemon meringue pie today. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we're going over our friends, so I thought this might be good for dessert. Jerry's eating a piece of the lemon meringue pie I had the other day. Say hi, Jerry.
It's awesome.
Put your head in. Put your head in.
Hello, people. It's awesome.
All right, so I get all my ingredients laid out. I washed my hands, and I'm gonna start using some Pam. This is the dish for the pie, so I'm gonna put some Pam on the bottom. And what that does is it makes the pie, when you cut it, it comes up a little cleaner. And it's a pre-made pie crust. Tastes just as good as if you made it, and it's a lot less work, especially on a warm day like this. So I'm putting the pie crust in the pie, and I'm pushing all the sides up. And see, this is just as good as a homemade pie crust. Alright, so I've pushed it all in, and I'm just pushing up to try to make it as even as possible on the sides. If you don't have it even on all sides, what may happen is that the side that's not even, it shrinks when you put it in the oven. So it you're not going to get the even distribution of crust on all sides. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the oven on. That's 400 degrees. Okay, and I'm going to put that aside. And I have my pan right here. And I'm going to cook, which I don't think you can see. Let me take this off of here. There it is. There's the ticket. Right there. Let's see if we can keep it up here. Okay. So, in this pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of sugar. Okay, that's a cup. Okay, I'm going to put that in the pot. And then we're going to take our cornstarch. Get my tablespoon. And I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this is when if you've ever had lemon meringue pie, it's really, it's not technically a curd, it's like, it's a pudding, and this is what thickens it. So the cornstarch is what thickens it. Okay, and we're going to put just a little salt in there. Really don't need to measure it. Gonna get my butter. Okay, and I'm just cutting 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons of butter in the pot. Okay, I'm going to put it on as low heat as possible. Okay, one of the tricks that I've learned is slower cooking with this pudding, the better. So, okay. So that's the sugar. I always tell people, you know, if you can clean up as you're going, when you're cooking or baking, it makes things much easier, and a good cook always cleans up as they're going as much as you can. Okay, so I'm stirring this mixture. And that's going to take a few minutes. And here's the butter, and I incorporated the cornstarch, the salt, and the sugar. Okay. Okay, while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to take my eggs. And I'm going to come back over here because I want to show you a way that I do the eggs. So the meringue is here, 4 egg whites in this bowl. I have my hand mixer, okay, and my sugar, and that's going to be, that's the sugar. I'm going to wipe this because I just had the lemon juice in this, and I don't have to use too many measuring cups, so I just washed this out. And I'm going to take 1/4 cup of sugar for the meringue mixture. Excuse me, I have a cold. That's why it's important to wash your hands and cough away from the food. Okay, so here's the sugar, and I have cream of tartar, and I have vanilla. Okay, so I'm going to start whipping, and I'm going to come back after I've whipped because it's very noisy, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished with the meringue. So that was 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And I gradually mixed in the sugar as I was beating the meringue. And then once it was almost done, meaning that it started forming the peaks, I put in the vanilla and the cream of tartar. Okay, and this is pretty good. I'd like to get it a little bit more with the stiff peaks, but as you can see, if you can see that, that's pretty good. Okay, that's what you want. Alright, so here I've got my pie shell right here, and I've got the pudding right here. Okay, and I'm going to put, that's the oven going off for cooking the pie again. So I already cooked the crust. Now we're going to put the pudding in the shell. And yes, I leave a little for myself in the pan to have while the pie is cooking. Okay, so I'm going to spread this around evenly in the pie crust. Okay, it is just such a good color. It's luminous with the yellow color. Oh, and while I went away, I squeezed out the lemons, and I put the lemons in the pudding while it was cooking, and so I gave that a stir for just a few minutes. When you put the lemon juice in at the end, it actually makes it pop better, the taste. Okay, and so now I'm going to take a spoon, okay, and I'm going to do spoonfuls all along the side first. And then I'm going to put the rest in the middle. So it's easier to spread it around when you put dollops. I like saying that word, dollop. You put the dollops all the way on the side and then in the middle. It actually looks pretty like that. So I'm just going to smooth all the dollops together and make sure all the edges are sealed with the egg white. Okay? Okay, now it's ready to go in the oven. So I'm going to put that in the oven and I'll be back with the finished product. Okay, I'm back and here's the finished product. Lemon meringue pie. I hope you try it. If you can like my video, hit that subscribe button and that little bell, and anytime I have a new video, you'll get alerted to it. Thanks.